I'm Beth, I'm the PR Director at Journey Further. In this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the common myths and misconceptions that I often hear talked about in relation to product PR. Hopefully dispel some of that and give you the confidence to implement this as part of your PR strategy to build links. Products need to be new to be of interest to the media. Products don't need to be new to be interesting to the journalist. They just need to be topical and relevant and useful to the journalist's target audience. So for example, a few weeks ago, there was a massive heat wave in the UK, which was lovely. And as a result of that, we put together a piece of content recommending the best products that would keep you cool at night. This was from a range of our clients. We packaged up the content and shared it with several journalists, and we were buzzing when they were published across many national publications, all with links directly back to those products. And to be honest, a lot of them had been around for years, but because they were relevant and topical, we were able to get coverage. My product is too boring to get featured anywhere. I actually believe that if you do enough research and you think about things creatively enough, you can actually get coverage for any types of product or service. Recently, we've been tasked by our client Atom Bank to make sure that we're driving links back to their coronavirus business interruption scheme loan pages. And obviously that might seem quite boring, but as a result of us working really hard to identify the relevant publications and niches, we've been able to secure some really great coverage and some product links straight back to the relevant landing pages. So don't lose heart if you think your product is boring, because guaranteed somewhere a journalist or their target audience will be interested and they will need your product. Therefore, they will be interested in knowing how they buy it. Product PR is too salesy to get coverage. Many journalists actually spend 80%, 90%, 100% of their time covering product-led PR stories. If you've got a relevant product, then get in touch with your journalist. Make sure you've got high-res imagery, ideally cutouts, lifestyle images, and also offer to send your journalist a product to review. The majority of journalists are actually always interested in hearing about products that are useful to their readers. So it's never too salesy to promote a product. You just need to make sure that you're pitching it to the relevant journalist. Journalists are too busy to write about a product they don't care about. Journalists are really busy people, and it's our job to make sure that they do care about our products. So the first thing is to be not too promotional. So don't get sucked into writing a huge piece of content all about your product, no matter how great it might be, because the journalist will just probably look at that and feel like it just looks too promotional, and they'll probably advise you to take out an advert instead. Instead, do your research and see how they like to cover products. So it might be in a listicle format, it might be in more of a roundup. If that's the case, then it's worth thinking about how you can recreate that content through naturally weaving in your product, but also potentially consider looking at other products that might complement yours. You don't have to feature competitors, but there's lots of ways you can collaborate with brands in order to provide the finished product for journalists. So all they have to do is copy and paste it and upload it to their website. Product PR takes too much time and you can't get multiple hits. Product PR does take a lot of time, and it really involves nurturing those relationships with journalists and getting to know your key media. But when you do take the time and you're able to get a great piece of content that features your product, has a link directly back to the website, we see that this type of content and coverage drives the most performance for our clients. So yes, it does take lots of time. And if you have tasked your PR agency just to get as many links as possible, then sadly, this probably isn't a tactic that they're going to be utilising. But that could be a big mistake, because actually when we've done product-led PR coverage and generated those links, we've actually found that that can drive really significant organic growth. Product PR is a traditional PR tactic not to be used for link building. Product PR is perfect for link building because it's a natural call to action and it's a sensible thing to do. If they've written a whole article reviewing different products, then they know that their audience is going to want to know how and where they can buy this product from. So it makes complete sense for the journalist to include the link back, which is why it should be a fundamental part of your link building strategy and not just be viewed as a traditional PR tactic. You shouldn't just focus on product PR though. Absolutely, You shouldn't put all your eggs in one basket. It's important to not just focus on product PR, but also to run campaigns simultaneously at the same time. Other tactics can also work really well, such as newsjacking, which is a great way of positioning you as experts. That's jumping on the back of topical breaking news stories. So it's about making sure that you're taking a combined approach and taking a holistic view when it comes to driving performance through PR activity.